when I met both of you is that you were some of the first people I had met, maybe not the first people I had met, but just like in this rare place where you were saying things that were so big ideas, big dreaming, and you were doing them.
Yeah.
Like the next day or the next week, like you're like, oh, cool, like, and this is where we've kept going with it. And I'm like, wait, what? Because I grew up in a family like that where it's like you say something, you do it, and they're big, grandiose ideas and all this stuff, but you don't meet people like that. And I don't know if your experience is different, but I just don't meet people like that.
Well, I've noticed, particularly traveling around the world to a lot of, the larger, communities and areas and like, metropolitan areas. And not that Vegas is big, but it is still considered a larger city.
Sure.
Out of most of the places in the world, Vegas talk is cheap, and it's what you present yourself as, and it's how you look, and it's all this reputation that isn't really built on anything solid.
Sure.
But that's kind of what Vegas is. Like, you can come in and you can be anyone you want for that night or for that week, and it's okay. Yeah. And so the things that, I love about the city are also the things that don't lead to that, where it is everyone's expecting you to be here, even if you're not, and so you kind of have to pretend to be something much larger, and then it all kind of falls apart, and then people are dealing with depression and anxiety, and it's, kind of like what we were talking a little bit about earlier with social media and things, how there is this thing that you have to live up to, and if you're not, all of a sudden you're a terrible person, or you're not worthy, and it's like, you're wherever you are, just be there. Right. And I think that's what we had to learn, when we were younger, or whenever we learned it, of I can't be anywhere else but where I'm at. But it
because we see people doing so many things at our age and younger now. Right. Like, 21-year-old billionaires, all that stuff that we see on social media, we know what exists, but even me, I've looked at it and been like, oh man, like I just turned 30, like I'm not where I wanted to be, but like you said, look at everything that we've done.